Namaste, this is Samta Auntie. In this video, we are going to practice the words we learned in class to say if something is inside of or outside of something else. So the phrases that we learned were ke andar and ke bahar. Ke andar means inside of, and ke bahar means outside of. As you can see by the arrows, ke andar, the arrow is pointing inside the box. Ke bahar, the arrow is pointing outside of the box. So again, we have ke andar, inside of, and ke bahar, outside of. So let's do some practice problems. They're sitting outside of the tent. Would that be ke andar or ke bahar? That would be ke bahar, right? Because it's outside of. They're cleaning windows outside of the building. Is that ke andar or ke bahar? Ke bahar, right? Because it's outside of. The clothes are inside the closet. They're inside the closet. So would that be ke andar or ke bahar? Ke andar, right? Because it's inside of. What about she's inside the castle? Would that be ke andar or ke bahar? Ke andar, right? Because she's inside the castle. The toys are inside the box. Ke andar or ke bahar? Another ke andar because the toys are inside the box. And the tables are outside the restaurant. The tables are outside the restaurant. So would this be ke andar or ke bahar? This one would be ke bahar, right? Because the tables are outside the restaurant. The line is outside of the store. Would that be ke andar or ke bahar? Ke bahar, right? Because the line is outside of the store. The doghouse is outside of the house. The doghouse is outside the house. So would that be ke andar or ke bahar? Ke bahar, right? Because it's outside of the house. Now let's do some full sentences. We're going to practice speaking full sentences. So we're going to be using vocabulary for fruits and vegetables that you've learned already in class. How would we say the orange is inside the basket? The orange is inside the basket. How would we say that in Hindi? Okay, let's take a look. We would say संतरा basket के अंदर है. संतरा basket के अंदर है. Because we want ke andar, because it said is inside, santara is orange, and basket, we'll just say basket. Santara basket ke andar hai. How would we say the pear and grapes are inside the basket? So first, do we need a ke andar or ke bahar? We need a ke andar, right? So we know that much. You also know how to say pear and grapes in Hindi, and basket is just basket. So put it all together now. नाशपाती और अंगूर बास्केट के अंदर हैं. नाशपाती और अंगूर बास्केट के अंदर हैं. Let's do another one. The grapes are outside the basket. The grapes are outside the basket. So do we need a ke andar or ke bahar? We need ke bahar, right? Because that's outside. You know how to say grapes and basket. So put it all together. All right, let's take a look. अंगूर बास्केट के बाहर हैं. अंगूर बास्केट के बाहर हैं. The grapes are outside the basket. Let's do another one. The apple is inside the box. So, do we need a ke andar or ke bahar? Ke andar, right? And you know how to say apple, and box is dabba. Box is dabba. So how do we say the apple is inside the box? सेब डब्बा के अंदर हैं. सेब डब्बा के अंदर हैं. So apple is सेब, डब्बा is box. सेब डब्बा के अंदर हैं. All right. The pear is inside the refrigerator. The pear is inside the refrigerator. So do we need ke andar or ke bahar? We need ke andar, right? You know how to say pear in Hindi, and refrigerator is just refrigerator. So put it all together. All right, let's take a look at the answer. नाशपाती refrigerator के अंदर है. नाशपाती refrigerator के अंदर है. The pear is inside the refrigerator. Let's do another one. The apple is outside the box. The apple is outside the box. Do we need ke andar or ke bahar? Ke bahar, right? Because it's outside. So you should know how to do this one now. All right, let's take a look. सेब डब्बा के बाहर हैं. सेब डब्बा के बाहर हैं. Last one. The banana and grapes are outside. The banana and grapes are outside. So do we need a ke andar or ke bahar? We need a ke bahar. And let's change your sentence a little bit. The banana and grapes are outside the house. The banana and grapes are outside the house. So what would this sentence be? You know you need a ke bahar. You know how to say banana and grapes. And home, I have taught you, home or house I've taught you before is ghar. So let's take a look. केला और अंगूर घर के बाहर हैं. केला और अंगूर घर के बाहर हैं. So, great work. Dhanyavad for joining me. Today we practiced ke andar and ke bahar. To keep practicing, replay this video and practicing those sentences out loud. If you do, you'll get better and better. Dhanyavad for joining me. I'll see you in class.